Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Wednesday the 29th of June 2022. Remember viewers, it's our public concerns night tonight, so get ready to call in. Send a message to your friends, to your family, let them know Real Talk with Saieed Ali is going live on Synergy Network. So viewers, tropical storm have been discontinued. It's been a rainy day in some parts of Trinidad and Tobago. Rainy day. But nevertheless, we want to thank God that there hasn't been any deaths or major incidents throughout Trinidad and Tobago concerning livelihood or animals or anything like that. So we must give God thanks for that. Now viewers, remember we are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. On Facebook, just go into your Facebook account, type in the search bar Real Talk with Saieed Ali. When our page pops up, like and share it. That is all we want you to do, viewers. Like and share it. We are also on YouTube. Subscribe to TT Real Talk, hit the bell, and you would know when we go live, viewers. So do that now. Go on your YouTube channel, share our stream. Go on your Facebook account, share our stream, viewers. And let your friends and family know about Real Talk with Saieed Ali in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, tropical storm warning placed over Trinidad and Tobago was discontinued around 11 p.m. on Tuesday night. The Trinidad and Tobago Met Office lifted the warning, which led to government office being closed around midday and closures of most schools. Instead, it was replaced with an adverse weather alert. Now, how did the adverse weather, the rainfall, affect your area? So you know, viewers, that it's Wednesday tonight. We have our public concerns tonight. We want to hear from you tonight. Are you in a flood zone? What did the weather do with you? Was there any damages in your community? Did you see the MP? Did you see the councillor? Today had a lot of rain throughout Trinidad and Tobago, a lot of floodings. But I want to hear from you tonight. I know Rai Ragbiru was in his constituency. I believe they spent the night up there, and he's been good to his constituency thus far. From the reports I have been having, he has met with villagers to discuss whatever situation, whatever problems they are going through. His team spent the night up there last night. What are we going to do? At least this is the only councillor I saw actually on the ground. The actual on the ground. But nevertheless. Minister of Health Terence Dialsing have stated that as of Friday 1st July 2022, persons will no longer be required to show proof of a negative PCR or antigen test for entry into this country. Listen to this.
The Honorable Acting Prime Minister, the Honorable Colm Imbert, has authorized me to advise the country that as of Friday 1st July, which is day after tomorrow, the need for PCR and or antigen testing to enter Trinidad and Tobago will be stopped. So that is one other relaxation of measures. Let me repeat. I have been authorized by the Acting Prime Minister, the Honorable Colm Imbert, to announce that the requirement for persons entering Trinidad and Tobago, anyone, for a negative PCR and or antigen test will be no longer required.
So now, viewers, persons are calling for the mask mandate to be lifted. Now, imagine this, Imagine this. We're talking about preventing COVID. We're talking about wearing masks. We're trying to prevent the spread of COVID. But as of July the 1st, coming into Trinidad, no PCR, no antigen. But you could still be a carrier. You could still be asymptomatic. But with the Minister of Health, that is okay. That is okay. Nothing's wrong with that according to him. But you know what we have? As long as you're out of your house, you have to wear a mask. You're wearing mask. Imagine that. School children wearing mask. It is mandatory for school children in Trinidad and Tobago to continue wearing mask. How are you feeling now? Parents especially. Knowing that our loving health minister made this statement as of July 1st, entering Trinidad and Tobago, you do not need a PCR or antigen test to enter Trinidad and Tobago. But your child have to go to school with a mask on whole day. How more dumb could these ministers be? How more illiterate could they be? We talk about the health minister, you know. They're talking about the spread of COVID-19 by wearing your mask. But you're entering Trinidad and Tobago without a test. That makes any sense? So I want to ask the Minister of Health tonight, what sense is that making? Now Trinidad and Tobago, I want you now to make that make sense. Answer that. Make that make sense. School children, whole day you have to put on that. But you're coming into Trinidad and Tobago, no test. We good too bad, you know. We good too bad. Hooray for we ministers of health. That's what we have to say. But nevertheless, when you're clumsy, you're clumsy. When you're illiterate, you're illiterate. And when you have no sense and you ain't trying to get none, what do you expect? The blind leading the blind in Trinidad and Tobago. Moving along, Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali is due to return home on Thursday following his extended visit to the United States. First to attend the 8th Annual Summit of the Americas and then to undergo his annual physics, his test. A release from the Office of the Prime Minister states that Dr. Rowley has completed his final medical consultation in Los Angeles earlier on Tuesday. His medicals test results were all favorable. However, it did not state what time he would return home on Tuesday. A batteries of tests performed on the Prime Minister include cardiac and prostate analysis. So we want to wish him the best. At the end of the day, we want him to be in good health. We want to see what new goodies he has in the basket for Trinidad and Tobago. Caller, good night.
Very good evening to you, Mr. Saeed.
To you, my friend.
Now, I want you to help me make sense out of this.
Talk to me.
Nice. Imagine, okay, so I actually didn't go there, but imagine I go in the stadium.
Correct.
20,000 people. Nobody wearing mask. No social distance. Everybody going crazy. But you know when I home and I walk along the street in my neighborhood and nobody around me, I have to wear a mask?
Correct. You go to that business place, you have to wear a mask.
I have a hard time understanding that logic. All the best. Have a great evening.
Thank you, my friend. So the little children spreading the COVID, and in the party, we ain't getting the COVID. I'm telling you, I wonder how foolish these men could be. I was wondering how foolish these men could be until they start practicing how foolish they are. So what we are seeing now is the clumsiness, is the illiterate thinking, is the not focusing, is the non-performance of our health ministry in Trinidad and Tobago, being led by the Honorable Terence Dial-Singh. Now, we are not blaming the doctors and the nurses, you know. They are frontline workers. They were out there from the beginning of the pandemic. But the decisions that this ministry made, led by Terence Dial-Singh, sometimes we wonder. Sometimes we wonder. You will tell me my child wearing a mask whole day in school and I enter into Trinidad without a test? Who more foolish? Terence, who more foolish? And all it is